Peace. I come in the divine name of Lord born justice Allah. I reside in Pelon, and I'm also one of the Region 1 representatives. Today's mathematics is wisdom. All being born, culture of freedom, and our culture is Islam. I self-love Allah's mathematics. Mathematics is Islam, and Islam is mathematics, and can be proven to be a right and exact science at any given moment in time if you know how to build the way we're supposed to build. Today is Almighty God Allah's born day, His physical day, His day. The Parliament is on His day, so all praises is due to Allah, Lord of all the world, because through Allah's great mind, we came. So from His firstborn, from the mind of Allah, came this nation. Each one teach 9. And when that 9 teach another 9, keep another 9, that's how we keep everything in motion, perpetual motion, constantly elevating, cause expansion. Rakim said he write his rhymes while he's what, chilling in his mansion? We write our mathematics where we home studying in our laboratory each and every day. The Enlightenment said we do it each and every day, each and every way. We're going to show and prove and teach the righteous way. I want to give praises to everyone that's in here today because this is a great turnout based on the last few parliaments that we had. So something is happening. Something is happening. Now some guys and I have been building, and we got a concept that we're working on, and it's basically being themed and wrapped around a Region 1 conference. Meaning the gods and earth from the tri-state area, Medina, Pelon, Mecca, the desert, Strong Island, now Justice, between Born Black and myself, we're going to be reaching out to, we like to have gods and earths that's building in their community to add on so we can have a board, a council, a body of people who is advocated for the same common cause, which is repositioning ourselves to go back to the basics of what Almighty God Allah taught us, which is our supreme mathematics, and that we should be teaching to all human families of the planet Earth. The key word is teach. Everybody can't teach, but some people can help somebody else learn if you point them in the right direction. Some people don't want this knowledge. So because they don't want it, because somebody didn't approach them properly and hit them with a warm current to be able to get into their mind to have them what? Focus on what you're saying. Teaching is a technique. Teaching is an art. All right? Learning. There's 6 principles of learning. How many of y'all ever heard that lesson, the 6 principles of learning? Raise your hand. These is the point and the reasons why we say that we renew our history every 25,000 years or every 25 days. Because of the fact, what I have in my archive, basically if you've been in the knowledge yourself for a certain period of time, you should have the same thing or close to it. I don't have no problem giving anybody any lesson that I have, that I know, that's right and exact. Because these lessons help us stand on our strong foundation. So that's the reason why we want to come back to the Region 1 conference. A lot of things is taking place in the nation. I don't know, how many of y'all on Facebook? Raise your hand. How many of y'all in the 5% group? Raise your hand. Okay. The reason why I brought that up, because there's a lot of bickering going on. This being resolved, nothing major, but it's just so long and so much that it gets redundant to hear a person argue about small things. Example, power, justice, or refinement is the way I got mine at one time. And I was told to take justice out of my mathematics because justice didn't need to be there at that particular time because justice was a reward or penalty for one's ways, actions, and deeds. So once justice is already manifest through the power, you don't have to put nothing else there. But they're debating about this. Today's mathematics is wisdom, all being born to culture. So we'll go to the 22nd degree in the supreme alphabet, which is victory. In order to be a victorious person, you have to have the skills to be a warrior, to be able to battle the devil on our terms, not his. We don't battle the devil on his terms. But they're arguing, saying you can't mix mathematics and alphabets. If you ask me today's mathematics, you're opening the door up for me to ask you a degree anywhere in 120. That's how I was taught. Am I wrong? All right. If you ask me a degree and I answer that degree, now I'm going to ask you a degree where I want to ask you a degree at. You can't tell me, no, God, you can't ask me that degree. You don't open the door. Now I'm talking to you. Now I want you to give me the 22nd letter in the alphabet. God told me you can't mix it. That the Father didn't teach that. That's not a Allah's teaching. I reached out to him, we built about it, and everything got to be straightened out. But it's a brother I met in California when I was out there. But there's so much going on with quote unquote Muslim gods. Ain't no such thing as no Muslim God. Either you a Muslim and you in the nation of Islam, that's peace. Either you're an Orthodox Muslim and you're taking your Shahada and you being in the East, that's peace. But when you God and when you earth, you are that. If you build it, I can go in anybody's school of thought, anybody's house, be it the Mason, the Jew, wherever, and I can still go in as I am and come back out as I am. Now I may gain something, because I'm going to do what? The knowledge when I go in somebody else's house. And I'm going to show respect and I'm going to listen to what they're going to say. And I'm going to take what they're saying, take the best part out, and I'm going to bring it back and use it in my nation, in my community. And I'm going to add on with that with y'all. We're speaking about coming together for a national conference. We need y'all to add on. If you can't add on with nothing but information that's helpful, we want to get young people involved with nation building. I know y'all get tired of seeing the same brothers get up here all the time and say not the same thing, but they're always building. You know, like when you turn to channel 7, you're going to get Eyewitness News at 4 o'clock. You know if you come in here at a certain time, you're going to see somebody in here building, saying what they got to say, because they do it every time like clockwork. We need some of you young brothers, some of you young sisters to come up here and take your place. Knock us out the box. I like to see 15 young people standing up here, waiting to get up here and build. Say, hold up, God, this God's going to speak. Hold up, God, this earth going to speak. Hold up, God. And that's the way it's supposed to be. We say we're a baby nation, then we're the babies. That's why I said I'm glad that we got this amount of people in this auditorium on this day. It's a wonderful thing. Now we coming together, we're going to have flyers posted. We don't know where we're going to have it at just yet. We don't know the exact date. We want people from each borough to add on to this. So you may not say nothing now about adding on, but we're going to get somebody in your area that you know that's building if you're not that person. If you're not that person to sit down and be able to deal with policy and procedures, information being circulated about nation building, because we all should be on the same page. If my student enrollment says who is the original man, your student enrollment should say who's the original man, not who's the original person.
Right. True indeed.
And if we don't communicate, if we don't articulate, then we're not going to be on the same page. Because if we don't do things with mathematics and put mathematics to where it's supposed to be, it's going to be just like this. No music. That's right. No mathematics. Y'all don't hear me. No music. No music. No music. Mathematics walks and talks and moves when you make it move. When you make it move. If you're not stepping your game up to add on to the cipher, to show your wisdom, how your wisdom is great, when you can wisdom your wisdom and manifest your culture, the culture which is our God, you're supposed to be able to build in the same likeness of our Father.
If Mecca did this.